What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to tell you all about this dog kennel here. I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about the kennel and also tell you one thing that I think that you should definitely know before actually purchasing it. So this kennel, we've had it for a little while now and we really like it. Overall, we think that it's built really well. This is all metal and as are these. I know sometimes these are like weaker materials. These are not. These are actually pretty hefty materials. It would take quite a bit for a dog to chew or scratch through this at all. In terms of the setup, super easy. All it is you just take these little rods here, right? They give you these little rods, and then you just guide them right through the holes, and they will obviously, you align them, and as you align them, you put each of, or the pin through each of the holes. This one's missing right now. I can't do it with one hand, but you put it through each of the holes, and then you can dig them into the ground right here. Now, us, we have artificial turf, so digging them into the ground isn't really a problem. But this thing is actually pretty sturdy and pretty heavy as well. So if you have a dog that's kind of an escape artist, I think that's a really, really good thing because it's going to be hard to move this. And obviously, you know, we're on artificial turf, we're in Nevada, so it's hard for us to dig it into the ground. But you can do that too, to obviously secure it. And it'll secure down, as you can see here, about 4 inches or so. One thing I also want to mention that we really like about this is obviously you can change the shape with very little effort, right? You can see that I just straightened up the back there and, you know, kept this the way, you know, you can basically put it however you want. We're not exactly sure how we're going to set this up permanently. Right now, it's just a temporary place for our little dog. But we're thinking kind of like against a fence or against our brick wall on the outside here. Like over there, we have brick walls, something like that, so that we set it up and it's kind of against the wall. And that's one of the nice things with this is that we got one of the smaller sizes here, but you can expand this, right? And you can get a lot more of these panels and continually expand it. So if you have a dog and you want to give them a lot of room to run, this is great for that particular reason. Another thing we really like about this, so right here, this seems like a little, something that you really wouldn't think about. It's just like, well, who cares about a hook? This actually matters because a lot of times what dogs will do is from the inside, they'll paw, right? They'll reach their paw up and try to get out in between the slats, right? Especially if it's in a smaller space or they're just tired of being in there. And a lot of times if this isn't, hooked like this and if it's like a straight up piece of metal or something, they can actually get their claws stuck or their paws stuck and hurt themselves. So this is a nice little safety feature that I think is underrated for sure. Now they say this is suitable for indoor or outdoor use, which is great. We're going to be using it primarily outdoor and we don't have a lot of rain. But that brings me to my next point here. So the thing to know about this, well, there's really two things. So first off is that areas like right here, right here, where there's a lot of space, right? These are kind of, all similar, but when there's a lot of space, this is an area that your dog, again, you can, think about, are their paws going to get stuck here, right? That's probably the biggest thing to think about. For the most case, I don't think that that's going to happen, but that's just one thing to pay attention to and see how your dog reacts to that. In addition to that, it has a powder coating on it, so it's not supposed to rust. But every one of these that we've had in the past, we've had issues with rusting, whether they say that they do or don't. I don't know, we haven't had this long enough to say for sure if that's going to be the case here. But oftentimes they say, oh, it doesn't rust, and then you start to see some rusting. And that's just, this is metal, right? It's really hard to avoid that. And they do the best with the powder coating that they have. But at the end of the day, it may end up rusting over time. But yeah, overall, we really like this. Door here, it has double latches on it too, which is nice, just for extra security. But a good amount of room, and these are 40 inches high as well. So it gives, even for larger dogs, it's plenty of, area to kind of stop them from escaping. So yeah, we recommend it. We like it so far, and we hope that you do too.